Welcome back. Imagine this, every night, you're either building the life you want, or silently letting it slip away. Most people waste their evenings scrolling, stressing, or numbing out, but tonight, that stops. In this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step blueprint to reclaim your evenings, reset your mind and body, and wake up unstoppable. Stay tuned. This will change the way you live, sleep, and grow forever. Most people waste them without even realizing it. They come home tired, lie on the couch, scroll through their phones, watch random videos, eat unhealthy food, and suddenly it's midnight. Another evening is gone. Another chance is lost. Another step away from the life they truly want. And the saddest part? They think this is normal. But you are different. The fact that you're watching this means something important. You're ready to take your power back. This video is not just advice. It's not another short motivational talk or a quick productivity trick. This is a life blueprint. A complete evening transformation plan that can change your mindset, your focus, your energy, and your future. In this video, I'll share 8 powerful systems, not just habits, but full systems, that will help you reset your mind after a long day, control your phone instead of letting it control you, reconnect with your goals and the people you love, build something meaningful in just 1 or 2 hours. Heal your body, train your brain, and finally go to sleep with peace instead of regret. I want this to be one of the most powerful videos you watch this week, maybe even this year. And I promise you, if you follow even 3 of these systems, your evenings will never be the same again. And when your evenings change, your life changes too. Because here's the truth. Your mornings belong to your job, your afternoons belong to the world, but your evenings belong to you. And if you waste what belongs to you, you're not just wasting time, you're wasting your potential. This video will also help improve your English. Every idea is explained in simple, clear, and powerful language. As you listen, you're not only learning how to transform your evenings, you're also training your ears, growing your vocabulary, and learning how to express deep thoughts in fluent English. So now, let's begin your transformation. Let's build a new kind of evening. Let's unlock the version of you that has been waiting quietly every night, hoping you'll finally take control. Chapter 1, The Evening Reset System. Clean the day before you build the night. Think about your phone for a moment. When it becomes slow, full of useless apps, and low on battery, you don't keep using it the same way. You reset it. You close the apps. You charge it. You clear space so it can work smoothly again. Now think about your mind. Every day, it goes through pressure, noise, stress, decisions, mistakes, comparisons, and overthinking. But when evening comes, do you reset it? Most people don't. They just keep scrolling, keep thinking, keep distracting themselves. That's why they feel tired even when they're doing nothing. That's why they feel stuck without knowing why. Their mind never gets a reset. This is where the evening reset system begins. It's simple, but powerful. It's a 5-step mental and emotional routine you do when your workday ends. Its purpose is to clear your inner clutter and create space for peace, focus, and growth. Because before you can build a powerful evening, you must first make room for it. The first step is to close the open loops in your mind. Sit quietly for 2 minutes and ask yourself, what's still running in my head? Write it down. Tasks, worries, thoughts, unfinished business, put them on paper. Your brain is not a storage box, it's a creative machine. When you keep everything inside, it gets overwhelmed. Writing things down is like closing open tabs in your mind. The second step is to release the weight of the day. Most people carry emotions from morning to night like heavy bags: stress from work, anger from a conversation, guilt from a mistake. But your evening deserves peace. Take 5 minutes and write what drained you today. What hurt you? What frustrated you? What do you wish you had done differently? Then say to yourself, that moment is over. I release it. This simple act calms your nervous system and stops your mind from fighting itself. The third step is physical cleaning. This may sound small, but it's powerful. Your environment affects your mind. A messy desk creates mental chaos. A clean space creates clarity. Choose one small area, your desk, your bag, your chair, and organize it. When you do this, your brain receives a signal: you're safe, you're in control, and you're starting fresh. The fourth step is to write down 3 small wins. Not big achievements, just honest ones. Something you did right. Something you survived. Something you're proud of, even if no one noticed. This is important because confidence is not built through applause. It's built in quiet moments when you choose to respect yourself. The final step is powerful. Say this out loud: the day is done. I did my best. I let go of what I cannot change. Now I begin again. Say it slowly. Mean it. This sentence tells your mind that the struggle is over for today. It allows your body to relax and your thoughts to settle. This is your evening reset. Simple, calm, and deeply effective. When you practice this daily, your nights become peaceful, your mornings become stronger, and your life slowly begins to change, not through pressure, but through clarity and control. This system works because most people never truly end their day. They move straight from work to TV, from stress to snacks, from overthinking to endless scrolling. Nothing is processed. Nothing is cleared. Nothing is healed. So the pressure quietly builds up, day after day, until they feel exhausted, burned out, or emotionally numb. But you are choosing a different path. When you reset your mind, release the weight of the day, and begin again, you stop carrying yesterday into tonight. This one system, just 15 minutes, can protect you from years of fatigue, frustration, and regret. Even more importantly, it creates a strong foundation for everything that comes next. Because you cannot build a powerful evening on a tired, cluttered mind. If you don't reset your mind, you will repeat your day and regret your night. Now we move to Chapter 2, the Digital Wellness Protocol. Take back your mind before it's too late. Let me ask you an honest question: who really owns your evenings, you, or your phone? Think about how many times you came home planning to relax for 5 minutes, checked social media, and suddenly 2 hours disappeared. This doesn't happen by accident, and it's not because you are weak. It happens by design. Phones, social media apps, and streaming platforms are built to capture your attention, to hook your brain with small hits of pleasure, and to keep you coming back for more. Every night you say, just one more video, and without realizing it, you trade your future for a few moments of comfort. Then you wake up tired, unfocused, and frustrated, wondering why your dreams never move forward. Here is the truth: if you don't control your phone in the evening, your phone will slowly control your life. That's why the Digital Wellness Protocol is essential. This is not about quitting technology or throwing your phone away. It's about taking your mind back. The Digital Wellness Protocol is a simple 3-step system designed to protect your evening energy from digital distractions and replace empty screen time with activities that strengthen your mind, your body, and your future. The goal is not to avoid your phone, but to use your evenings with purpose. Because if you don't choose what you consume, your habits will choose for you. The first step is called the digital sunset. A digital sunset is a fixed time in the evening when all screens go off, no excuses, no exceptions. Just like the sun sets every day, your screens must also rest. This simple boundary sends a powerful message to your brain: stimulation is over, and recovery can begin. When you create this rule and follow it consistently, your focus improves, your sleep deepens, and your evenings finally become yours again. It may sound extreme at first, but trust me, this is where you truly get your life back. Decide something simple but powerful: after 9 p.m., no phone, no TV, no laptop. If someone really needs you, they can call. Everything else can wait. This works because your brain does not need noise before sleep. It needs calm. It needs quiet. The blue light, constant notifications, and endless scrolling keep your brain awake even when your body is tired. That's why so many people lie in bed feeling exhausted but unable to sleep. Their body is resting, but their mind is still running. When you create a digital sunset, something beautiful happens. The night feels slower, quieter, more peaceful. You start to feel present again, instead of rushed and distracted. Now comes step 2, replace, don't just remove. This is where most people fail. They say, I'll stop using my phone, but they don't replace it with anything meaningful. Then boredom hits, and they go right back to scrolling. The secret is not to quit a habit, it's to replace it. Use that time to read a book, write in a journal, learn a new English phrase, talk with your family, meditate, or work on a personal goal. Think about people like Elon Musk or J.K. Rowling. They didn't spend their evenings endlessly scrolling. They were building something. Rowling wrote Harry Potter during quiet evenings. Musk studied and learned after work. Your phone can never give you that level of growth, but your focus can. Step 3 is to control what you see, not just how long you scroll. This part is powerful. Every time you open your phone, you are training your mind. If your feed is full of drama, negativity, and useless content, your thinking slowly becomes the same. So clean it. Unfollow what drains you. Follow what teaches you. Move time-wasting apps to hidden folders. Use focus mode or screen limits at night. Imagine opening your phone and seeing motivation, learning, ideas, or inspiration instead of noise. Suddenly, your phone becomes a tool, not a trap. This is why digital wellness changes lives. Your attention is your most valuable asset. And every night, you spend it somewhere. The real question is, are you spending it on your future, or on someone else's algorithm? Every minute you scroll is a minute you're not building your health, your skills, or your dreams. Think about this: if you waste just 2 hours every night on meaningless content, that's over 700 hours a year. That's enough time to learn a new skill, build a side business, improve your English, or completely change your life. The difference between an average life and an extraordinary one is often decided in the quiet hours of the evening. Think about this for a moment. Do you know what you can do with 730 hours? You could learn a new language, start a side business, write a book, transform your body, or completely change the direction of your life. But most people never see those hours. They disappear into short videos, endless scrolling, and mindless swipes. That's why the digital wellness protocol matters so much. It protects your time. It protects your focus. It protects your future. Try this tonight. Just 1 hour. Turn off your phone completely. No notifications. No scrolling. In that 1 hour, do something meaningful. Read. Write. Create. Learn something new. Then ask yourself, how do I feel now? You'll notice something powerful. You'll feel calmer, sharper, more in control. That feeling? That's freedom. That's what it feels like when your time belongs to you again. Now let's move to Chapter 3, the Psychological Reset System, Healing Your Inner World Before Sleep. Let me ask you something quietly. Have you ever laid in bed, completely tired, but your mind just wouldn't stop? Your body wants rest, but your thoughts keep running. You replay conversations. You question your choices. You worry about the future. You think, why did I say that, or what if I fail, or I should be doing better by now. And suddenly, you're wide awake. Not because of noise, but because of unhealed emotions. This is more common than people admit. You're not just tired, you're mentally overloaded. All day long, you collect invisible stress, pressure, and emotional pain. And when night comes, it finally asks for attention. That's why this system is one of the most important parts of your evening routine. Because if you don't clear your mind at night, you carry yesterday's weight into tomorrow. The psychological reset system is a gentle but powerful way to release emotional tension, calm your thoughts, and reset your nervous system. It's not therapy. It's not complicated. It's simply a way to let your mind breathe again. Because here's the truth no one tells you: a stressed mind cannot grow. A noisy mind cannot rest. And a wounded mind cannot dream. We live in the loudest generation in history. Notifications, news, expectations, comparison, pressure, fear of missing out, your brain is under attack all day long. Most people don't realize it, but that's why they feel tired, irritated, or emotionally empty. They try to work harder or stay positive, but nothing changes because the mental noise is still there. You can't build peace on top of chaos. That's where step 1 comes in, the thought dump. Sit in silence. Take a notebook or open a voice note. Ask yourself simple but powerful questions. What's bothering me right now? What thoughts keep repeating in my head? What am I worried about? What am I angry or disappointed about? Then write or speak everything, without filtering, without judging. Don't try to fix it. Just release it. This is how you empty the storm inside your mind. When thoughts leave your head and land on paper or in your voice, they lose their power over you. Your mind begins to slow down. Your breathing becomes calmer. And for the first time all day, you feel lighter. This is how healing begins, not by forcing happiness, but by allowing honesty. Let everything come out. No filter. No editing. No logic. Just release it. Every fear. Every overthinking thought. Every what if. Every emotion you've been holding inside. Because what you don't express doesn't disappear, it gets compressed. And what gets compressed slowly turns into emotional pain. This is your mind's way of breathing out. All day long, you inhale stress, pressure, noise, and expectations. Now it's time to exhale. Silence alone is not peace. Silence with release is peace. Now comes step 2, the reality check. This is where you gently bring yourself back to truth. Look at what you wrote or spoke and ask yourself, is this fear real, or is it just a story my mind created? Is this guilt helping me grow, or is it hurting me? Is this thought true, or is it just familiar? You'll begin to notice something powerful. Most of your emotional pain isn't based on facts. It's based on assumptions, fear, and imagination. Maybe you're upset because someone didn't reply. But when you pause, you realize they might just be busy. Yet your mind turned silence into rejection, and a simple delay into self-doubt. This step breaks that cycle. It reminds you that not every thought deserves your belief. Step 3 is the emotional flush. Let the feeling move through you. If you feel sad, let yourself cry. If you feel angry, punch a pillow or release it physically. If you feel numb, move your body, stretch, shake, breathe deeply. If you feel shame, speak forgiveness out loud. Emotions are energy. If you trap them, they become poison. If you release them, they become power. Most people stay stuck because they never allow themselves to fully feel. They distract themselves instead. But healing doesn't come from running away. It comes from facing what's inside and letting it pass through you. Step 4 is the self-compassion ritual, and this part is deeply important. Take a moment and speak gently to yourself. Say it slowly, with honesty. I did my best today. Some things were hard. Some things hurt. But I am not my mistakes. I am not my fears. I am learning. I am growing. I am healing. And I deserve peace. Then place your hand on your chest. Close your eyes. Take 5 slow breaths. And quietly say, it's okay. This is the moment your nervous system finally relaxes. This is when your inner self feels safe again. This is when your mind understands that the battle is over for today. You are no longer fighting. You are home. And now, let me tell you a story. There was a young man who worked 10 hours a day. On the outside, he looked calm and responsible. But every night, when the world went quiet, he couldn't sleep. His mind wouldn't stop. Thoughts raced. Regrets replayed. Worries grew louder in the silence. He kept checking his phone every night, feeling anxious, heavy with guilt, regret, and self-doubt. Sleep never came easily. His mind was always racing. Then one day, he made a small decision, just 15 minutes every evening to reset emotionally. He began writing his thoughts down. He allowed himself to cry when he needed to. He stopped judging his feelings and started forgiving himself. Slowly, something changed. He began sleeping better. His mind felt quieter. He stopped overthinking every small mistake. His confidence grew. He started trusting himself again. And that young man was me. I'm not sharing this as a theory or a motivational quote. I'm sharing it because I lived it, and I want to give you the same gift. You don't need to fix your entire life tonight. You only need 10 to 15 minutes each evening to reset your mind and heart. That's how real change begins. Your mind is not a machine, it's a garden. And if you don't remove the weeds of stress, fear, and guilt every day, they slowly take over. This isn't optional. It's necessary. You can't build a peaceful life on top of emotional pain. You must heal. You must release. You must reset, not once a year, not once a week, but every single evening. Now let's move to Chapter 4, the Micro-Win System, How to Build Confidence in the Dark. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a day where you felt like a failure, even though you did so many things? You got out of bed when it was hard. You handled responsibilities. You helped someone. You survived anxiety. You cooked, cleaned, showed up. And yet, at night, you still felt like you weren't enough. That doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're lazy. It means your mind was never trained to notice your small victories. We live in a world that only celebrates big success, promotions, money, fame, dramatic transformations. But no one teaches us to value the small wins. And those small wins are exactly what build strong confidence over time. That's why the micro-win system is so powerful. It trains your brain to recognize progress every single day, no matter how small. Because when you stop seeing your progress, you start believing you're failing. And when you believe you're failing, you lose motivation. But when you learn to see even the smallest victory, getting through a hard day, choosing discipline, staying calm, showing up, your confidence begins to grow quietly and naturally. This is how strong people are built. Not in big moments, but in small, unseen ones, repeated every night. And here's the truth most people never realize: when you believe you're not growing, you eventually give up. Not because you're weak, and not because you're incapable, but because you can't see your own progress. That's why the micro-win system is so powerful. It's a simple but life-changing evening routine that helps you end each day with confidence, gratitude, and forward momentum. You don't need a perfect day. You don't need big achievements. You just need to notice the small wins and honor them. When you do this consistently, something amazing happens: your self-respect grows, your confidence returns, and your motivation becomes natural instead of forced. So what is the micro-win system? It's a 4-step evening practice designed to train your brain to recognize progress instead of failure. Step 1. Track 3 small wins from your day. Every night, open a notebook or your phone and write this question: what did I win today? Then write down 3 things, no matter how small, that you did right. Maybe you didn't skip breakfast. Maybe you didn't argue when you felt angry. Maybe you cleaned your room, studied for 15 minutes, or simply got through a hard day. Maybe you showed kindness when you didn't feel like it. Here's the rule. If it took effort, it's a win. If it helped you, it's a win. If it moved you forward even 1%, it's a win. What you measure, your mind repeats. What you ignore, your mind forgets. When you write your wins down, you're teaching your brain something powerful: I am progressing. I am not stuck. Step 2. Speak one win out loud. Now choose one of those wins. Look at yourself in the mirror and say it out loud. I'm proud of myself for not giving up today. I'm proud of myself for trying. I'm proud of myself for learning something new. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but this step is incredibly powerful. When you say it out loud, your brain hears it. And what your brain hears repeatedly, it begins to believe. You're not just building habits anymore, you're building identity. Step 3. Reward the effort, not just the result. Most people only celebrate when they achieve something big. That's a mistake. That's like planting a seed and refusing to feel proud until it becomes a tree. Growth doesn't work that way. You must reward the effort, the showing up, the trying, the discipline no one sees. Your reward can be simple. Make yourself tea. Play calm music. Light a candle. Smile and say, I did well today. Tell someone you trust about your small win. When your brain connects effort with positive emotion, it wants to repeat that behavior. This is how consistency is born. Step 4. Set one small win for tomorrow. Before you sleep, ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do tomorrow that will make me proud tomorrow night? Write it down. Drink more water. Read 5 pages. Sleep on time. Practice English for 10 minutes. Stay calm in a difficult situation. This step gives your night meaning and your morning direction. Because it's not enough to feel good about today, you also need something to look forward to tomorrow. And this is why this system changes lives. It teaches you to see progress when others see nothing. It builds confidence without pressure. It creates motivation without burnout. And most importantly, it reminds you every night that you are growing, even on the days that feel ordinary. Because real transformation doesn't happen in big moments. It happens quietly, consistently, one small win at a time. Because it teaches you a truth that no school, no job, and no one ever explains clearly, progress is not about perfection, it's about presence. It's about showing up. It's about choosing growth even when it feels small and invisible. The micro-win system is how people build confidence in the dark, when no one is watching, when results haven't appeared yet, when motivation is low and doubt is loud. This system keeps you moving when motivation dies. It keeps you standing when failure whispers that you're not enough. It helps you feel proud even before success arrives, because you're not chasing a moment, you're building a life. There's a powerful idea called the compound effect. It means small actions, done consistently, create massive change over time. One micro-win today creates progress. One micro-win every day creates a habit. One micro-win every week builds identity. One micro-win every month changes your lifestyle. And one micro-win every year transforms you into a completely different person. People say, I want to change my life, but life never changes in one dramatic moment. It changes quietly, through hundreds of small victories that no one applauds. That's why, on nights when you feel behind, when social media makes you feel small, when your mind tells you you're failing, you pause. You breathe. You open your journal and say, I survived today. I learned something. I kept going. That is a win. That is enough. And tomorrow, I rise again. This is how champions are built. Not in the spotlight, but in silence. Not through applause, but through effort. Not through instant results, but through micro-wins repeated every day. Now let's move to Chapter 5, the Relationship Recharge Strategy, Healing Your Heart at the End of the Day. Let's be honest for a moment. You can have money. You can have success. You can have achievements and goals. But if your heart feels lonely at night, nothing truly feels complete. Humans were never meant to live only for work, money, or screens. We were made to connect, to love, to feel understood. And yet, in today's world, something strange has happened. We are more connected than ever, but we feel more alone than ever. We have hundreds of contacts but no one to talk to when our heart feels heavy. We send messages all day, but rarely sit with someone and ask, "How are you, really?" And when the evening comes and the noise fades, that silence can feel painful, heavy, empty. But it doesn't have to stay that way. Because there is a powerful system that can bring warmth, connection, and emotional peace back into your evenings, not fake attention, not scrolling, not distraction, but real human connection that heals you from the inside out. This is called the relationship recharge strategy, and here's the truth, it's not about needing a partner, and it's not about always being surrounded by people. It's about intentionally choosing to connect with real energy, real people, in real ways. Most people don't realize this, but every night, your heart is asking a simple question: do I feel connected to anyone? Or am I just surviving alone? If the answer is no too many nights in a row, it starts to affect your sleep. Anxiety grows. You feel unsafe in your own skin. Emotional walls build up, turning into anger, numbness, or even depression. Humans are social beings. Even the strongest need warmth, laughter, and presence, not notifications, not likes, not texts. So, how do we bring real connection back into our evenings, even if we're busy, introverted, or feeling distant? Here's the system. Step 1. Give one real moment to someone you care about. Take 15 to 30 minutes every evening and give it fully to someone in your life. Not a text or a heart emoji, a real moment of presence. Sit with your parents and ask, what was the best part of your day? Call an old friend and say, I just wanted to hear your voice today. Tell your partner, let's have 20 minutes together, no phones. It doesn't matter what we talk about, just the energy. When someone feels your full attention without distraction, something magical happens. They open up. They feel safe. They trust you. And in return, you feel loved. Presence is the fastest path to love, not advice, not opinions, just undivided attention. Step 2. Speak one vulnerable truth. Most people talk all day, but never express what's really on their heart. That's why they feel unseen, even by the people closest to them. Tonight, just say one real thing: I felt lost today, but I'm proud I got through it. I miss how we used to laugh, can we bring that back? I'm scared about my future, but I want you to know I'm trying. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's strength. When you share your heart, you give others permission to share theirs. That's how trust is built. That's how distance disappears. Step 3. Reflect on one relationship you're grateful for. Before bed, ask yourself, who helped me today, even in a small way? Who showed kindness, patience, love, or care? Write their name. Say thank you, aloud or silently. Gratitude transforms strangers into soulmates and broken bonds into bridges. You don't need hundreds of people, just a few hearts you can call home. When your evening ends with this kind of connection, your sleep becomes softer, your heart stronger, and your life deeper. You can chase every goal in the world, but if you go to bed feeling unloved, you'll wake up feeling unworthy. Use your evenings not just to grind, but to reconnect, rebuild what matters, say what you never say, listen without judgment, and love like it matters, because sometimes, for someone, it truly does. The relationship recharge strategy heals your human side. And in a world of machines, schedules, and endless noise, that may be the most powerful thing you can do. Most people never think about the stress stored in their bodies, yet almost everyone suffers from it. We spend hours focusing on work, mental problems, emotional pressure, and digital distractions, but the body quietly carries its own invisible load: the tight shoulders, the stiff neck, the heavy chest, the restless legs, the subtle tension that makes even sitting still feel exhausting. By evening, your nervous system is on fire from carrying everything all day, yet you only notice it when you try to sleep. Your body, desperate for relief, whispers, or sometimes shouts, that it cannot rest because it has been ignored, pushed, and overworked. This tension is why many people cannot fall asleep, wake up feeling exhausted, or feel tired even after hours of rest. It's not laziness, and it's not weakness, it's a body screaming for attention. The Body Calm Protocol is a powerful, simple, and scientifically supported system that allows your body to release this stress in just 10 to 20 minutes every evening. It teaches your muscles, nervous system, and mind to recognize safety, calm down, and finally rest, not superficially, but deeply, at a level where your body can heal itself. It begins with stretching, a process that literally unloads the tension carried all day. Each movement is intentional. Slow neck rolls release stiffness caused by hours of looking at screens and holding tension in your jaw. Shoulder rolls shake off the stress accumulated from deadlines, arguments, and responsibilities. Child's pose opens the spine and relaxes the lower back while signaling calm to your nervous system. Forward bends let your arms and shoulders hang heavy, deepening your breath and letting muscles release naturally. Gentle spinal twists massage your internal organs. Release trapped energy, and allow your body to reset. Lying on your back and pulling your knees to your chest stretches the lower spine and hips, softening tension you didn't even know existed. And finally, deep, conscious breaths allow the release to integrate, letting your body notice the difference between tension and calm. But stretching alone is not enough. Most people breathe shallowly and hurriedly all day, as if danger is everywhere. This is your body staying in fight or flight mode. It does not know the difference between an imagined threat and real danger, all it knows is tension. That's why controlled breathing is essential. Using the 4-7-8 method, inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8, sends a clear signal to the parasympathetic nervous system: the day is over. You are safe. You can rest. Repeating this for 5 rounds slows the heart rate, relaxes the muscles, and activates deep rest at the cellular level. Your nervous system begins to understand that the fight is done, that your body is safe, and that true relaxation is allowed. Even beyond movement and breath, the sensory environment plays a critical role in telling your body it's time to unwind. For the final 30 minutes of your evening, intentionally choose calming input: soft, warm lights instead of harsh blue screens, gentle music, nature sounds, or silence, light herbal tea, clean sheets and soft clothing. Every sensory choice you make communicates safety to your body. When your environment signals calm, your muscles relax further, your nervous system slows, and your mind prepares for restorative sleep. Finally, the most overlooked but deeply transformative step is speaking kindly to your body. Lie down, place your hands on your chest or stomach, and speak aloud: "Thank you, body, for carrying me today. You didn't give up even when I was tired or weak. I'm sorry for the stress I put you through. You can rest now. I am here with you." These words are not symbolic, they create a physiological and emotional shift. The brain releases stress chemicals, muscles loosen, the nervous system senses safety, and the body begins its nightly healing process. Your body is not a machine, it is your oldest companion, silently supporting every thought, action, and emotion you experience. When you honor it each evening, it responds with rest, energy, and resilience. When you ignore it, tension accumulates, fatigue deepens, and even the best sleep feels shallow and unsatisfying. The Body Calm Protocol is more than a routine, it's a conversation with your body, a nightly reset, and a profound act of self-respect. It allows you to release tension, repair physically, and prepare mentally and emotionally for the next day. When practiced consistently, you'll notice subtle shifts at first. Shoulders feel lighter, breathing feels easier, sleep becomes deeper. Over time, the impact compounds, your mornings are fresher, your energy more vibrant, your focus sharper, and your emotional resilience stronger. You are no longer just surviving your body, you are partnering with it, listening to it, and giving it what it has been asking for all day: recognition, care, and rest. In essence, the Body Calm Protocol transforms your evening into a sanctuary for your body. It turns tension into release, exhaustion into energy, and restlessness into calm. By intentionally stretching, breathing, curating your senses, and speaking kindly to your body each night, you create a foundation of physical, mental, and emotional well-being, a foundation upon which every other aspect of your life can thrive. Your body will not only let you rest but will begin to actively support your growth, healing, and performance. The whispers of tension are replaced with the quiet hum of calm, and for the first time, you experience what true nightly restoration feels like. Chapter 7, The 2-Hour Productivity Block. Build your dream life after 6 p.m. Most people believe that success happens during the 9 to 5 hours, but the truth is that during the day, you're often working for someone else, paying bills, and surviving. Real growth, freedom, and self-mastery happen in the hours after 6 p.m., when the world quiets down and you have the power to focus entirely on yourself. Unfortunately, many people squander these hours mindlessly scrolling through phones, binge-watching shows, or repeating habits that do nothing for their future. Yet, imagine if you dedicated just 2 hours every evening to your own growth. 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, equals 10 hours a week, 40 hours a month, 480 hours a year, more than a full college semester of focused learning. These are hours where you can learn a language, build a side hustle, write, create, study, or design your future. This is the essence of the 2-hour productivity block, a sacred, distraction-free window where you stop consuming and start building. To make this work, clarity is essential. Start by choosing your daily focus area before 6 p.m. Decide exactly what you will build tonight, and make it specific and manageable. Write 500 words, study English grammar for an hour, record 2 videos, research your business idea, or work on your website. Clear focus creates energy because your mind knows what to do, stopping it from resisting or wandering. Next, set boundaries both physically and mentally. Communicate to family, friends, or your partner that from 7 to 9 p.m., this is your growth time. Wear headphones, light a candle, turn off notifications, and create an environment that signals to your brain that this is sacred. Then apply the 50 to 10 rule, 50 minutes of focused, undistracted work, followed by a 10-minute break. During work blocks, eliminate multitasking, perfectionism, and distractions. During breaks, move your body, breathe deeply, or hydrate, then return with energy and clarity. Finally, close the session with reflection, Write in your journal what you accomplished, how you feel, and one lesson learned about yourself. This ritual builds not just productivity, but pride, a deep, personal sense of accomplishment that fuels consistent action. Consider Clara, a woman who worked 9 hours a day at a call center, exhausted and drained. She had no time for school, but she dedicated 2 hours every evening to learning English through free videos, practicing alone, creating a blog, a YouTube channel, and eventually an online course. Within 2 years, she left her job and now teaches English to people around the world. She didn't wait for mornings, weekends, or permission. She simply used her evenings. This story illustrates a simple truth: you don't need luck, perfection, or 10 hours a day. You need 2 focused hours of silence, intention, and creation. This is how extraordinary lives are quietly built while the world sleeps. Chapter 8, The Sleep Down Plan. Fall asleep peacefully, wake up powerfully. No matter how productive, connected, or disciplined you become, nothing will stick if you don't learn to end your day properly. Motivation, goals, and achievement all depend on the foundation of deep, restorative sleep. The Sleep Down Plan is a 5-step ritual designed to prepare your mind, body, and spirit for high-quality sleep, allowing you to recharge completely so you can rise each day energized and focused. Step 1 is to choose a bedtime and protect it. Sleep is not optional, it's your daily reset button. Decide when you will go to bed and treat it as sacred, signaling to your body and brain that the day is over and rest is allowed. Step 2 is to prepare your environment, dim lights, remove distractions, use soft sheets, and create sensory cues that calm your nervous system. Step 3 is to release the mental, emotional, and physical clutter accumulated throughout the day, a final reflection, journaling, or breathing exercise to empty your mind and signal completion. Step 4 is a gentle body practice, such as stretching or mindful breathing, to remove tension and awaken a sense of safety and calm. Step 5 is to speak to yourself with compassion, gratitude, and acknowledgement. Thank your body, honor your efforts, forgive mistakes, and allow yourself to settle into rest without judgment. When all 5 steps are followed, your mind slows, your nervous system relaxes, and your body can heal while you sleep. Sleep is no longer a passive state but an active part of your growth, a sacred end to each day that enhances memory, learning, creativity, emotional regulation, and energy. The Sleep Down Plan is not just about getting rest, it's about creating a nightly ritual that strengthens everything you've worked for during the day, protects your progress, and primes you to wake up ready to take on your life with focus, energy, and intention. By mastering your evenings and your nights, you reclaim control over your time, your growth, and your potential. Chapter 8, The Sleep Down Plan, Sacred Nights, Unstoppable Days. Your evenings are not just the end of the day. They are the doorway to your future, the silent hours where your life is quietly written, even when no one is watching. Most people spend these hours numbing themselves, scrolling endlessly, worrying over what's already happened, or getting lost in mindless noise. They wake up tired, anxious, distracted, and frustrated, wondering why life is slipping through their fingers. But here's the truth: it's never about having more time. It's about what you do with the time that truly belongs to you. It's about turning the final hours of each day into a sacred ritual of reset, healing, and creation. This is the Sleep Down Plan, your blueprint to sleep like a champion and wake like a warrior. Step 1. Choose a consistent bedtime, and defend it fiercely. Don't wait until you feel tired. Decide the hour you will go to bed every night, even on weekends, for example, 10:30 p.m. Then, an hour before, your body and mind begin the slowing down process. You design your own rhythm, your own cycle, like nature intended. Rhythm is not arbitrary, it is healing. It trains your body to anticipate rest, signals your nervous system to release tension, and allows your mind to fully detach from the chaos of the day. This is how you reclaim control over the hours that are truly yours. Step 2. Prepare your sleep environment to signal safety and calm. Your surroundings communicate directly with your nervous system. Dim the lights 1 hour before bed, make your bed inviting, remove all clutter, devices, and noise. Light a candle, diffuse lavender, or play soft nature sounds. Every choice you make here tells your body, I am safe. I am done. I can relax. Your mind stops expecting danger, your heart stops racing, and your body begins to let go of the day's stress. This is not decoration, it is psychological architecture. You are designing a sanctuary inside your own home. Step 3. Journal your closure. Open your notebook and write without judgment, what did I learn today? What did I let go of? What am I grateful for? Then affirm, I release this day with peace. I forgive myself. I am proud. I am done for now. This simple yet profound act empties your mental and emotional backpack. It stops leftover stress from creeping into dreams, stops overthinking from stealing sleep, and makes the end of the day sacred. Each word you write or speak is a bridge between the chaos of today and the clarity of tomorrow. Step 4. Breathe into stillness and claim calm. Use the 5-5-7 breathing method, inhale for 5 seconds, hold for 5, exhale for 7. Repeat for 7 rounds. As you breathe, silently affirm, I am safe. I am loved. I am enough. I am ready to rest. With each slow, intentional breath, your heartbeat slows, your nervous system shifts from fight or flight to deep rest, and your mind begins to dissolve into calm. This is the physical, neurological signal to your body, the war of the day is over, it's time for peace. Step 5. Visualize a better tomorrow. Close your eyes and imagine yourself waking energized, smiling at the sunlight, accomplishing your goals, speaking fluently, creating, learning, connecting. Don't just see it, feel it. Let this vision fill your body with joy, pride, and anticipation. Sleep is not about escape, it is about preparation. You are training your subconscious mind, planting seeds of possibility, and letting them take root while you rest. This is where true power lies. Most people waste their nights and therefore waste their lives. They think the evening is small, unimportant, just time to pass. But the hours between the day and sleep are the most powerful hours you will ever have, when the world is quiet, when your mind is free to focus, and when you can finally choose yourself. The question is, will you numb yourself and drift through them, or will you reclaim them as your own? Will you scroll endlessly and feel powerless, or will you create, heal, reflect, and rise? Even 1 hour of deliberate, intentional evening practice changes you. You feel the spark, a subtle energy rising inside you, whispering, I am here. I am capable. I am becoming. This is the beginning of a new life. You don't need to fix everything tonight. You don't need perfection. You only need to choose differently right now. Reset your mind, release your emotions, celebrate your micro wins, connect with the people you love, calm your body, focus on your dreams, and sleep with intention. Each night becomes a deliberate act of growth and healing. Because your evenings are not small. They are everything. They are the soil where your future self is planted. They are the quiet forge where resilience, confidence, and wisdom are built. Stop wasting them, and you stop wasting your life. Stop ignoring them, and you reclaim your destiny. Tonight, let this be your choice: 1 hour, 1 ritual, 1 intentional evening. Let it remind you that you are not merely surviving the day, you are creating the life you were meant to live. Your evenings are sacred. Treat them like they are. Protect them. Own them. Fill them with intention, reflection, connection, calm, creation, and vision. And when you sleep, let it be like a warrior laying down after a victorious battle, your body at peace, your mind at ease, your soul ready to rise. This is not theory. This is your new reality. Tonight, you take your power back. Tonight, your life begins again. Now it's your turn. Tonight, choose differently. Reset your mind, release the stress, celebrate your small wins, connect with someone you love, calm your body, focus on your dreams, and sleep like a warrior. 1 hour. 1 ritual. 1 choice, and your life begins again. If this video gave you clarity, power, or a spark of motivation, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never waste another evening. Share it with someone who needs this, because your evenings are sacred, and your future deserves it. Remember, your evenings aren't just the end of the day. They are the soil where your dreams grow, the forge where your strength is built, and the doorway to your best self. Protect them, own them, and rise. Tonight, it begins.